So I've had enough people asking me how I make my crepes. And this morning I am making crepes for my family. So this morning I made a double and a half batch because I've noticed that my kids and my husband can usually eat more than a half batch. More than a double batch. So this way I have some that maybe I can eat too. So here we go. So for my recipe, I am going to need, for a single batch, 4 eggs beaten. Then add 1 cup of milk to it. Beat that all together. Then you want to slowly add 1 cup of flour. You want to sprinkle it as you're whisking it all together. You'll add about 1 tablespoon for a single batch. 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we have our eggs, milk, flour, sugar, and vanilla. Beat it all together. You get a mixture that looks like that. Nice and runny. Don't want it thick at all. In fact, you want it as thin as you can. And then the biggest thing with crepes is going to be putting it in your pan and getting it out of the pan. That's kind of like a little trick. So I'm going to show you some how-to with doing that. Okay, so next part now. We're gonna get a little bit of my batter. I don't wanna get too much of it. I wanna probably do about half a spoon full. I'm using this nice big ladle. So I'm not filling the whole ladle, otherwise I'm gonna have way too much batter in there. I'm gonna put it in the center, and then I'm gonna do a little swirling action. Oh, the step that I didn't show you before because it already had it, you really need your cooking spray in a non-stick pan. You don't want a pan that's going to be too heavy for you to hold. So I sprayed it, and then I even took this napkin and I wiped it down beforehand. Okay, so now that my crepe has been in here, as soon as I put it down, I want to scrape all the sides first to loosen the whole thing up, and then I want to kind of just gently lift. I'm using this little spatula turner here. A rubber scraper would do well too. Scrape around the sides, start to pick it up, and it's basically till my sides are going to tell me when it's ready to be picked up. I'm taking this up like this, and I'm kind of picking it up with my hand a little so that I could get underneath it and then quickly flip it. If you hold on to it too long and it's not ready to be flipped, it could break apart. You want it to be able to move around in the pan. Okay, so once I flip it, it really only needs about 20-30 seconds to cook the rest of the way through. You don't want them to be hard because you want them to be able to roll around. So now I'm going to take this, put it over in my other pan. So let me show you how I sprayed it. I'm using Pam Baking. I'm going to take my wipe it all around. Another thing too, my temperature is on like just below medium, so it's a low medium. So I don't want my pan to get too hot. Again, swirl it, get it all around, and it could come up to the edge of my pan. This one's a little bit smaller, so I put a little bit less in it. and I swirl that around. This pan was really hot because I was waiting for it to come together. So I have Agatha here, and Agatha is going to do a Nutella crepe, and this is what we're going to do. We're gonna take the knife. Go ahead, Ag. And we're gonna put the Nutella down the center. And we don't want to put too much filling inside, otherwise we're not really gonna taste the crepe too. Okay. Ready, Ag? Good. Okay. So now Agatha's gonna start down at the bottom, and she's gonna tightly roll her crepe up so that all that filling stays in the center. And then when she's eating it, she has to be careful that it's not falling out by kind of bending it like this. Here you go, Ag. There you go. That's how to fill a crepe. Okay. What's your name?
Gus and John.
Yeah. Are you ready to eat a crepe too? Mm-hmm. You want to show all the people how to roll it up properly? Mm-hmm. You start at the bottom. Ready? Mm-hmm. And we hold it tight. Mm-hmm. And we keep rolling it up. Ready? Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Excellent. And now what do you do, Gus?
Eat it.
Now you eat it. Okay, so pick.
I hope my tooth rolled in my bed.
Yeah, okay. So now you can eat it. There you go. Now Lucy's gonna show another filling. If we're gonna keep it really, really simple, like just using the cinnamon and sugar, then you could spread the cinnamon and sugar really, really lightly all over the crepe. So Lucy, why don't you show them really, really lightly how to, yes. So you wanna have that cinnamon and sugar come out from the bottom and then all over it. Good. Excellent. And then you wanna start rolling it up.
Like this. For the other way. Okay. Take tiny little spoonfuls and you roll it up.
Awesome.